Now that wide receiver Davante Adams has requested a trade and the Steelers need wide receiver help, should the Steelers make a trade for wide receiver Davante Adams? If you look at it, it would be a nice addition for that offense. Davante Adams and George Pickens, I believe, will do some numbers, some good things for that Steelers offense. But you got to think about the compensation, what it will take to acquire Davante Adams for the Raiders. Word going around is that the Raiders want something centered around a second round pick. Pretty high pick. You can get a guy that can be a potential centerpiece for your team in the second round, and that can be there for you with your franchise for years to come. So is wide receiver Davante Adams at 31 years old worth that second round pick? And if you do think so, then here comes the compensation, the money. The money side of the compensation. You do the picks and then the cash flow, which is $36 million for the next 2 years. Are you willing to take that on? Omar Khan's the number man. That's what he specializes in. So I believe he can probably get something done there if the Steelers do make that move. But that second round pick is pretty steep for a 31-year-old guy. Davante Adams, though, good wide receiver. Now you can't say he's not a good wide receiver, but at 31 years old, the other side of 30 is, in football terms, you will always be wondering about the drop off there. What year is the production going to slow down? And you don't want to get a guy and potentially pay that kind of money for just this season. So it's tricky. It's tricky. You on one side you say, hey man, Davante Adams, George Pickens, man, let's do something. And then on the other hand you say, man, but that second round pick though, that's kind of steep for a guy that age, and then you're gonna have to pay him as well. What do you do? Needing help, do you need it that bad? And but there's a scenario, there's a scenario that in my opinion, man, if you're the Steelers and you believe that Russell Wilson is the guy and you're going to move forward with Justin Fields is the guy, and you're going to move forward with Justin Fields for the foreseeable future, then Russell Wilson's getting healthy. He's making his return and it's out there. So maybe you can trade Russell Wilson to the Miami Dolphins. They need a quarterback bad. With the Tua situation, Huntley's trying to do his best. You see Tyreek Hill frustrated, and that's going to force them to make a move. They're going to have to try to show the franchise, the players, that they're not salvaging the season, and they're going to be looking around. So and Russell Wilson, the veteran leadership and things like that, so they may have some interest in that. And second round pick, you base your compensation for Russell at a second round pick. If you could get that, you give that second round pick to the Raiders, for Davante Adams, and then now Omar Khan can go to work. His specialty is at the numbers, and then that's a scenario, for the Steelers. That's only if you believe that Justin Fields is your guy, for the future, and you go ahead and you're gonna, you're thinking about signing them at the end of the year and things like that. So now you ask yourself, so what about the backup situation? Hey man, Arthur Smith and Ryan Tannehill did some good things, in Tennessee. This ain't Tennessee with Henry. We know all that, but hey, you can get out and get Ryan Tannehill, for a backup insurance policy, liability status, and that can get you, into the next year, and you can find you a better backup quarterback situation. That way you're not stuck with your pants down. If something do happen in field, you can throw Tanner in there and you roll the dice. Him and Arthur Smith can try to rekindle some magic that they had in the past, but that's a plan, you know, because you gotta have something if you were to trade Russell. You can't just trade him and have Kyle Allen, you know. So you have to have somebody in the balance, you know, to try to keep the quarterback situation decent behind Justin Fields. So Davante Adams to the Steelers, man. The trade deadline is coming up. You know, it's a couple weeks. The trade deadline will be here before you know it. Trade talks about DeAndre Hopkins, the other wide receiver. The Tennessee Titans just got their first win and things. So, you know, not a good situation there. Mason Rudolph just got the job. Well, for the last game, don't know if he's going to keep it, but their quarterback situation is up in the air. So he may want out of there. Davante Adams already wants out of, the Raiders. That's been said. He requested a trade. There's probably other wide receivers out there and teams, that will become available within the next couple weeks, and we'll just have to see what the Steelers do at the wide receiver position. But Davante Adams, he's going around because he requested a trade. So is Davante Adams worth a second-round pick in your opinion? Let me know in the comments. And we'll just have to see what the Steelers do. Trade deadline is coming soon. So thanks for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell to get all the new videos. And until next time, I'm out.